welcome back to The Dip. I'm Stephen Peace. Let's dip into the world of pop culture so you know exactly what to look forward to in your world. Yay! Our first C is for cinema, and it's time to say goodbye to Ethan Hunt. Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning is in cinemas now, and all I can suggest is when you go and see this movie at the cinema, leave your common sense at the door, take your seat, and let Tom do the talking. Clearly, no one's going to get an Oscar for their acting, and it's a cheesy film. Cheesy in the sense that the actors probably knew that this was their farewell, and they just turned it up. More cheese than the Dairy Isle of a Little. But I have to say, you find yourself not caring. It's got humour, suspense, action, camera angles and shots that make you feel like you're living in a comic book. And that's the way the franchise has been designed. Away you go into the land of the fairies and high octane stunts, and I mean high octane stunts in this particular episode of the franchise. Tom Cruise has gone full kilt into his stunt work, and it's going to be arguably hard to pick which one is now the best Mission Impossible. So go and enjoy that, and hopefully this will actually be the conclusion to the franchise. It's been marketed as the final entry, and I will find myself a bit disappointed if there's another one down the line. It would be good if Tom could move on to other projects and maybe just let it go out on a high, which is where the film ends. So kudos to Tom Cruise and the team of Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning. I also went to see Lilo and Stitch. Basically, it was a 3D film. I wanted to change the poster. I sat myself down thinking, well, at least I'll be able to take the Lilo and Stitch hashtag on opening weekend and float in their universe. And I've got to say, I was pleasantly surprised. I did enjoy the film. I found myself getting a few emotional tugs during my experience. And then I started to think about how many films Disney are actually set in Hawaii. We had Moana 2, and of course this now Lilo and Stitch. So I had a little investigation, and unbeknownst to me, Disney have put a resort on the Hawaiian island. It's called Alina, which means messenger of the chief. The Disney resort doesn't partake in thrill rides. Rather, it has a golf course, swimming pools, and it also has what it calls 5-star childcare, which I actually thought was a nice touch, because playing a game of golf is not done in an hour. So if you imagine, if you leave your child in childcare and go for an 18-hole golf game, you're going to spend oodles of cash. So I just thought that was a good sales touch, and hopefully one day I'll be able to take the kids there. I'm going to give Lilo and Stitch a pleasant 3.5, and Mission Impossible I'm going to give 4.5 for the effort, but certainly not the acting. Our next C is for collectibles. If you would like to support this channel as well as Medi Cinema, Check out the merch by following the link in the description to the Spock app. The packaging team is ready to ship your collectible card to you as quick as possible. I'm ready to donate £1 for a normal printed card and £1.50 for a variant to MediCinema, a specialised cinema unit that takes people away from their woes in public hospitals. So it's a good chance to do something nice for the public. Okay, our next C is for coming soon. Ballerina looks set to take the baton from John Wick. Incidentally, I did see the trailer, and it's no small coincidence they have put Keanu Reeves in the trailer. And it looks like the handing of the baton is more likely going to be a fight between the two characters. Ana de Armas, I believe I've pronounced that correctly, is set to take on like a Black Widow type role, and it's also the final performance of Lance Reddick, the receptionist at the Continental Hotel. So this one could be worth putting in your diary. Also, this Saturday on YouTube, it is the WWE's Saturday Night Main Event. It will be taking place live on YouTube at 1 a.m. on the 25th. Now, I know it's fake, kayfabe, as they call it in the wrestling world, but when it comes to marketing in pop culture, accept no substitute. The WWE is a fascinating watch, not just for the wrestling stunts, but also the way they market their product. I've done a little bit of Googling, and it turns out the WWE has the longest running TV show of its genre of all time. WWE's Monday Night Raw began January 11th, 1993. The franchise then crossed over to Netflix in January of 2025, and now live events appearing on YouTube is set to that they are going for gold on a global dominant scale. Their WWE YouTube channel is currently ranked number 10, and it claims that spot with 100 million subscribers. So the proof's in the pudding. Also, we have Wes Anderson's The Phoenician Scheme, with the trailer grossing 33 million views in 1 month, starring Benedict Del Toro. This comedy slash celebration of art movie is in a genre reminiscent of a 1940s matinee. Wes Anderson's back catalogue is currently streaming on Netflix, and it's no coincidence either that Netflix recently uploaded all of his work. He is the art world's Quentin Tarantino. Okay, that's about it from me. Enjoy your weekend. There's not much going on in the world of crypto. Don't forget, I sold my little piece to look after the cat. As soon as all that's done and dusted, hashtag payday, I'll get re-involved and we can chat more about that at the time. So, you take care. That's enough from me. Speak soon. Take care. Bye-bye. What's up, fans of the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible franchise? Your mission, should you decide to accept it, is follow the link in the description to the making of Tom Cruise's stunts. So, as a special treat, I've posted a link to a fantastic YouTube video explaining all the background information you need on all of Tom Cruise's stunts in all of his films relating to the Mission Impossible franchise. Enjoy.